From the jump, the Sacramento Kings and the Toronto Raptors brought the energy everyone expects in the NBA Summer League. Both squads had eager rookies, G-League standouts, and undrafted hopefuls trying to seize their moment under the Las Vegas lights. The Kings came out aggressive, pressing early and trapping Raptors guards near half court. Toronto responded with fluid ball movement and perimeter shooting, finding early rhythm through their young star guard who knocked down back-to-back threes. Sacramento's top draft pick didn't waste any time making his presence felt. He attacked the rim, absorbed contact, and showed off his improved mid-range game. By the end of the first quarter, he already had 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Toronto's bench stepped up in the second quarter. Their second-unit big man dominated the paint, cleaning the glass and punishing the Kings' frontcourt with soft hooks and second-chance putbacks. His hustle was contagious, sparking a 12-2 Raptors run. The Kings' response was swift. Their backup point guard turned up the tempo, zipping around screens and threading passes into tight windows. A slick alley-oop to a cutting forward brought the crowd to its feet and tied the game midway through the second quarter. One of the highlights of the first half came when Sacramento's shooting guard elevated over a defender for a thunderous dunk in transition. The crowd erupted, and social media lit up with the clip before the quarter even ended. Toronto's coaching staff continued experimenting with defensive schemes, switching to a 2-3 zone to try and contain the Kings' high pick-and-roll actions. The adjustment slowed Sacramento's offense momentarily, but sharp shooting from the corners helped break the zone late in the half. Halftime arrived with the Raptors holding a narrow 3-point lead. Both teams shot efficiently, but Toronto's rebounding edge and fast break execution gave them the slight upper hand. In the third quarter, the Kings turned to their defensive anchors. They disrupted passing lanes, deflected lazy cross-court passes, and turned defense into offense with back-to-back steals that led to fast break layups. Toronto's response came from deep. Their rookie shooting guard, known for his pure stroke, knocked down 3 triples in a 2-minute span. His footwork off screens and quick release were nearly impossible to contest. Fouls started piling up midway through the third. Both teams became more physical, challenging every shot and fighting for every rebound. The referees had their hands full controlling the intensity. The Kings' big man showcased his versatility by stepping out to hit a corner 3, then sprinting back to swat a shot off the glass. His presence on both ends gave Sacramento a late quarter lead. Toronto's point guard answered with poise, running the offense with veteran composure despite being only 20. He finished the quarter with a gorgeous no-look assist that found a baseline cutter for an and one. With the game tied entering the fourth, the energy in the gym peaked. Every possession mattered. Every rebound was a war. Sacramento opened the final period with an 8-0 run, fueled by hustle plays and second-chance points. The Raptors looked momentarily stunned, missing shots they had made earlier and struggling to reset their offensive rhythm. But Toronto refused to go away. Their defensive effort tightened, and they began forcing turnovers. A key sequence saw them block a shot, push in transition, and hit a 3 to cut the lead to 1. A timeout by Sacramento stopped the bleeding. Out of the huddle, they ran a perfect set that resulted in a dunk off a backdoor cut, textbook execution when they needed it most. The Raptors continued pressing full court, gambling for steals. It paid off once as they tied the game off a pickpocket steal and layup, but they also gave up an easy bucket on the next play when the Kings broke the press. With under 3 minutes remaining, it became a battle of clutch moments. Sacramento's point guard nailed a tough floater over 2 defenders. Toronto came back with a cold-blooded 3 from the wing. One of the game's most thrilling plays came with just over a minute left, Kings down 1, shot clock winding down. Their rookie forward hit a fadeaway baseline jumper over an outstretched arm. Ice in his veins. Toronto missed on the other end, but got the offensive board and called timeout. They drew up a beautiful play, freeing their best shooter for a clean look from the corner. Splash. Raptors up by 2. Sacramento's final possession came down to isolation. Their top scorer took his man one-on-one, spun into the lane, and flipped it in over a help defender. Tie game. With 9 seconds left, Toronto had a chance to win it. They isolated their point guard, who drove hard, pulled up from the elbow, and missed short. The Kings grabbed the board, and regulation ended all tied up. Overtime was gritty. Players were tired but gave everything. Sacramento struck first with a deep 3, followed by a tough defensive stop. Toronto answered with a mid-range jumper and drew a foul to regain the lead. The defining moment came with 17 seconds left in OT. Sacramento, down by 1, ran a pick and pop action. The screener flared out and calmly drilled a 3. Kings up 2. Toronto had one last chance. They pushed the ball, got into the paint, but Sacramento's help defender rotated perfectly and swatted the shot at the rim. Game over. Final score, Kings 108, Raptors 106 OT. It was a Summer League classic, packed with standout performances and a playoff-like atmosphere. The Kings rookie forward finished with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, showing off his full offensive arsenal. Their point guard chipped in 19 and 6, proving he can command the floor. Toronto's top performer was their shooting guard with 22 points, including 5 three-pointers. Their bench outscored Sacramento's, but costly turnovers and late-game execution cost them. Scouts in attendance took notes furiously. Several players boosted their stock, and some two-way contracts may be earned after this performance. The Kings celebrated with quiet confidence. They know it's just Summer League, but for many on this roster, every game is a career-defining opportunity. Meanwhile, the Raptors walked off with heads high. They fought to the last second and showed flashes of a bright future. Fans in Vegas got their money's worth. High-flying dunks, clutch buckets, gritty defense, and the raw intensity that makes Summer League so electric. Coaches will go back to the film room, but one thing's for sure, this game gave both teams valuable reps and unforgettable moments. Summer League isn't just about wins, it's about proving you belong. And tonight, both the Kings and Raptors gave the basketball world something to talk about. Every possession felt like it mattered. Every rotation was a test. Every substitution was a strategic chess move in development. Sacramento's execution down the stretch, particularly in the half court, was the difference maker. Their players trusted the system and each other. Toronto showed promise in transition and in how their wings operated within the offensive flow. Ball movement and shot selection were encouraging signs. Late-game nerves can crack young players, but tonight, many of them thrived under pressure, showing poise beyond their years. The Kings coaching staff applauded their squad post-game, emphasizing how important these moments are for confidence and chemistry. The Raptors locker room, while disappointed, remained upbeat. Coaches emphasized the lessons and praised the effort. The game also featured a unique stat line. Sacramento's sixth man had 5 steals and 0 points. A defensive pest who altered the game without scoring. The Raptors shot 44% from deep, but turnovers, 17 total, haunted them in key stretches. The Kings dominated second-chance points and offensive rebounding, thanks in part to their relentless frontcourt duo. Toronto led for 21 minutes. Sacramento led for 19. The rest was tied. That's how close this was. Social media buzzed after the final whistle. Clips of the game's final plays went viral, and fans called it one of the best games of the Summer League. Post-game interviews highlighted mutual respect. Players on both teams dapped each other up, competitors tonight, maybe teammates tomorrow. Commentators praised both squads for their heart, hustle, and highlight-worthy plays. This game, like so many in Summer League, wasn't just a showcase, it was a statement. And the basketball world is watching.